Hey, what's up, everyone? How's it going? Today is April 6th. Yeah, April 6th, Wednesday, 2022. And I found a picture of Astoria Layup. It's actually a whole car parked in Astoria Layup. And it's a pretty interesting picture because I didn't do that whole car there. But like how I've explained, you can see how it could be done there, but I didn't do that there. That looks like I did it in Tishman. Like I said, down under Central Park, you have a catwalk there. You can do whole cars, you can do whatever the hell you want there. So that was done there, definitely. But it was laid up, like parked, in the Astoria Layup, the middle track. This picture looks like it was taken from the Queens bound side of the double R that used to go out to Ditmars. And the funny thing about this picture is, I did not do it there, but yet the windows are still fucking painted. Yeah. So that means that shit was either done the day before, or if not, yeah, they were slacking at that point. Because normally they get the windows the first day, man. That might be early on also, before they really caught on. Like, it's kind of like overnight, that line just got destroyed. And that might be before they really had a good buffing system put in place, because it got to the point where when you do your shit in Tishman, yo, it goes down, and they'll have people like waiting there in the Coney Island just when it pulls in. They'll leave it there a couple of minutes. They'll have like 5 or 6 dudes that will run up with like fucking like spray and shit and get rid of that shit with scrapers and shit. They'll take it off the windows, boom, and then they'll pull it uptown, you know? Yeah, that's the way they do it. I've seen it with my own 2 eyes. Yeah, that's the way they would do it. Every single train that came in, either they reported over the radio, and they already have a crew waiting there. And it would just take about 10, 15 minutes or something. They go by with like scrapers, almost like a palette knife that an artist would use. You know, people use them for plaster of Paris. Yeah. When they're plastering up holes in walls, they would use something like that. And they'd scrape it and they'd squirt some stuff out. They had big rubber gloves on and shit. Anyway. This particular one didn't have that. So I'm assuming that this might have been early on. I don't know. I didn't take the picture. I wasn't into that, man. Like, I'll take pictures, like, I'll go with lace a few times. Like, I probably went to City Hall more than I fucking sat for pictures. Like, yeah, it wasn't my thing, man. I didn't have patience like that, man. I like to sit there and sit there and sit there. I just can't do it, man. Yeah, it's like, I don't know. Other people tell me, yo, just watch all the other graffiti go by. And I'm like, oh, I saw it all. I've seen it all. What do I got to do, see it again? Like, what the fuck? You know, it's not that big a deal. Yeah, and it really is true. Like, I've seen it all. And out on the trains every fucking day doing something or writing on something or going here or going there. So I saw it. Like, unless you hear a different buzz about some new burner or something that someone did on some train or something. And yeah, well, oh yeah, wow, there it is. Oh, other than that, it's just the same old shit, you know. Yeah, for that particular line on the double R's, yeah. So then all of a sudden it just started that people like, oh, yeah, it was like every car running was like a whole car. It really got that way. But yeah, this particular picture, like I said, it's interesting, but it explains how I was saying about Astoria Layup, how I would just go right there and do a fucking whole car. You know, like if I had, but that's not even in the station. If you back it up more where the blue beam is, then it's in the station. And I actually do have a picture, like I've explained, of the RDOARP. That was me, Nash, and Ripe. We did a whole car right in the station. And I do have the picture. I was actually just looking at it. But that's kind of like going off topic. You know, I did that already down there. Maybe somewhere down the line I'll put it. Because the picture's really got nothing to do with Astoria Layup enough. Although the thing was done in Astoria Layup. And it's pretty much just, you know, the same old thing, an R and a D. Let me see. I mean, alright, you want me to put it on? I'll put the fucking thing on. You talk me into it. Alright, I'll also put that picture on too. I'm not too proud of it. I'd rather it never saw the light of day, but it is what it is. That particular picture. But anyway, yeah, so I'll put 2 pictures on after that. I'll tell you a little something about Astoria Layup, man. That shit was cool, man. I love that place, man. That shit was fun. Yo, we would hit that shit in broad daylight, like 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock. I'd be jumping around there with King Kong Ken, yeah. I'd go with him. Ross, brother Ross, yeah, he was always hanging around, man. Yeah, we go shoplifting and shit. Yeah, just go in there and boom, start tearing shit up. I was actually still in school at that point. I was probably maybe 3 years away from like ninth, 10th grade, maybe. Yeah, like 10th grade or something like that. Yeah, when I was hitting that layup. I was in 10th grade. I was in South Bronx High for a while, at least at that point when I was going there. Yeah, South Bronx High. Yeah. And I was going there to South Bronx High, and I was hitting that Astoria layup. I'd cut out of school, and I'd go and I'd hit Astoria layup. We'd do it on the weekends, in the mornings, even 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, noon, whenever we wanted, man. Shit, there's pictures floating around of Ken and Ross and them on the outsides in broad daylight, doing fillings and shit, holding beers up, man. They're like teenagers and shit. I'd put that picture on, but it's not me. I had nothing to do with the picture, and I feel like I'm like stealing their shine. But yeah, King Kong Ken, well, he's on Instagram, Ken357. He'll tell you. He's probably got the pictures on there. I'm sure he'd give me the okay for it. I just sat down right now and spatted this out. I didn't have time to actually check with anyone or anything like that. But yeah, I used to hit that place with Ken. Alright, you want me to name everyone? I've been to Astoria layup with Cost, K-I-T, Doc, K-I-T, Form, is one of the people that actually brought me there originally. Form I've been to with PK Note. This guy wrote R-A-W-E, Mad Max, TPW, the other Max, Chrysler, TPW, the Party Writer. Yeah, TPW, big dude, man. He looked like Andre the Giant, man. He's all hairy and shit, big motherfucker. Yeah, Sig. Yeah, I heard he got in trouble or something like that later on in life, so I don't really associate with that shit. But yeah, Sig. Who else? Sig, C-I-G, that is. Nash, O-A. I actually met him in that. Nash pulled out a fucking 9mm on me in that damn layup, man. Yeah, he was laying in wait, waiting for people to come by to steal their ink from them and shit. Yeah, fucking Nash, O-A, yeah. I met him in there, yeah. Who else? Well, Nash with Zor, Z-O-R. Who else? I bumped into people in there. Sand Dyer I bumped into in there. Paul, I believe I bumped into in there. I'm forgetting people. They're going to be tight, man. That's if they're alive. Ken, Jeff. There's just so many dudes. Yeah, Form, which wrote Kaser. N.I. Monty. No, I didn't go with Jice, but I don't think I went with Jice. Jice, yeah, I don't think I went with him. But, yeah, I said Ross, which was also Sack. Whoever you are, man, you know who you are, man. Yeah, I was in that place, man, sometimes, like, almost every day of the fucking week. I go there in the daytime, and I hit the sixes at night. It was funny because I was getting up, I had all the sixes smashed, like I was explaining before. You know, I had every single car. I didn't just have every single car, because there's only 200 and something cars on that line. I had that shit like Artie, like the whole, like, just killed that shit. I went over everyone. If I know you, if you weren't like the Dead End Kids and shit, like Sweet Bass, We, and then JR, CR, Tony, and them, I went over that shit, man. Fuck that, yeah, Dead End Kids, man. If you weren't down with them, man, there was another crew they pushed too. BTB, that's it. That was BTB from Harlem. Yeah, big time boys. That's what they pushed also. I ain't fuck with them dudes, man. Yeah, there were some serious dudes, man. Sweet passed away, God rest his soul. But other than that, man, I went over everyone on that fucking line, man. Well, Said also. Said, I ain't go over him. TCM. He was up a lot on the Sixers. Yeah, the rest of them, man. Sent it off. But yeah, so where were we again? The Double R's Astoria Sixers. I switched over. I don't know how. I got thrown off topic. Double R's, Astoria. Who else did I go with? Yeah, now I know I'm going to the Sixes to see, because if there was anyone who I was hanging with the Sixes that I might have brought to the R's, and there's a couple of people I just can't think off the top of my head, man. Image even, this dude who wrote Image, used to hang out with, hit the fucking double R's with him. Image, and he's actually hangs out with all the people that I don't get along with, I guess would be the word to say. But yeah, Image. I don't know whatever happened to him. There's some new image tags. I am fill-ins he used to do, but there's some new image tags in this neighborhood. But I don't think it's him. It's probably someone just said, "Oh wow, it's a cool tag." But yeah, Image. Who else, man? So many people. But yeah, it's funny. Like I said, I had the Sixes smashed, right? Now it was at the point where I was actually trying to make the Sixes, the IRT line, hot, so no one could fuck with this shit after me. Like, that's it. You know, like the cops are going to be all over there, so no one could go and cross my shit out, because I had beef with everyone. So I was trying to secure my main fucking, line, my main life support was the Sixes. So I just saved that shit. I started going up there, breaking windows, smashing out maps, and writing all over the place, and pulling emergency brakes, pissing in the fucking conductor's boot. Yeah, I'd piss all over the fucking things and shit. Yeah, I did everything I could think of, man. I remember even trying to rip down fans hanging off the fucking thing. Woo! Woo! Swinging off. For real, then the fucking lights went on. I was like, oh shit, time to go. I remember crazy shit, man. Because we were fucked up, man. I tell you, we didn't give a fuck. You know? We were criminals, man. We were like, yeehaw. I remember that shit. It's like those big circular things. And you grab them, you know. I was holding on to it. I was trying to pull the thing down. I figured that would cost some money. Like, yo, what the fuck? Someone came in here and ripped this shit out, you know? So I'm over there swinging off the fucking thing. And I'm swinging off it. The lights go on the train. I'm like, ah, shit. You know, that means they're there. And they're not there to pull it out. It's too early to pull that shit out. But for some reason, they would always put the lights on. If they were smart, they could really sneak up to you in the dark, you know? At that point, for some reason, maybe there's some kind of safety rules, or they don't want to get bashed in the head or shot or something like that. But yeah, they always put the light on. Maybe that's the whole technique: scare you out into the street, and then they come and pick you up down there because it's elevated, it's up in the air. But anyway, yeah, I burnt the fuck out this place. I was actually explaining that in one of my past podcasts, maybe 7 months ago. But yeah, I just went up there and fucked that place up. A couple of months passed, you know, I'm starting to hang out with these Astoria cats. I'm starting to kill Astoria and shit, you know. So yeah, they started asking me, like, like, yo, what's up with them Sixes, man? You know, like, yeah, we kind of hooked you up with Astoria and shit, like, you know. And, yeah, you know. And they're like, oh, come on, man. The way you got them shits, man, yo, Rob, man, you holding out on us. That's what they were saying. They're like, yo, you holding out on us, man. I was like, man. All right, come on, guys. Brought them up there. We got raided, man. Actually got caught. I actually got caught up there, yeah, that's the second time I've been caught in my life, yeah. First time was up there also, yeah. That's the second time I got caught in my life. I remember that. I was with Sayer, S-A-E-R, Say La Vie. I was with Sayer, Smalls, he wrote Smalls, Nash, Ripe. See, that's the problem, man. That's too many people. I'd go up there by myself. And I'd be all stuffed, like I've been hitting that shit for years. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. All of a sudden, I brought up a bunch of people, man. That was kind of crazy. And these dudes all from Queens, man. They ain't hip to that shit when it pops off like that, you know. But Ripe actually got away, and it's funny because we were between Zarega and Middletown Road. I forget, but there's a graveyard. So I told them, just from my past experience getting chased, they always go fucking right to the graveyard. Now, like I said, at one point, it's like, it's almost like the fucking weekend didn't even start if I'm not getting chased. You know what I mean? Like up at the Sixes, you know, it was burnt like that. Like seriously, if I went 10 times, 7 out of those 10 times, I'd get fucking chased. There was, like I explained, there was no one else hitting that shit. Except for me on the insides, after Lace was fucked up, yeah, it was just me hitting the insides. Tat's crew, they all stopped. They started doing pieces with T-Kid and shit like that. It was just me doing the insides, and Scene and Zoom were doing the outsides. And they were doing that shit up in the yard. They had connections, man. You know, these Italians and stuff like that. Hey, whatever. They, you know, he's admitted it in books and stuff. That, like, he actually knew people that worked in the yard or something like that, to the best of my knowledge. But hey, that don't take nothing from the dude, man. He was wild, man. Did some good shit. Yeah, we went up there, got raided, and I said, whatever you guys do, if the shit pops off, do not go in the graveyard. You go in that graveyard and you hide behind a tombstone. It's the oldest trick in the fucking book. They're gonna get you. They're gonna fucking get you. So we all ran and shit. I actually jumped off the top of the fucking the layup onto a van. I landed, boom, on the van like that. So shit, climbed down. I think one of the windows broke, but didn't pop out. Once upon a time when I did jump off, the windows came out, but not this time. So I landed, and I'm like, I'm all right. Because you see what happened is, everyone was trying to climb down the same pole at once. So the cops were coming on the fucking platforms. They were coming in the fucking street. So I'm like, yo, fuck it, man. I saw a van, and I'm tall. I just went for it. I just jumped right off the fucking the elevated platform. Boom! Landed on the top of a van. Slid off the fucking van and went right under it. Boom! I was chilling like a motherfucking villain. Yeah, I was dead. Yo, they locked everyone up. Ripe, of course, did what I said not to do. Went in the graveyard, and he was perfect. He got away. Because they got enough people right there. But anyway, yeah, so I sat under this fucking van. Like I said, I jumped. Boom! I don't even think they heard the noise, because they were bad. They were actually grabbing people as they were hanging off the fucking poles. Yeah, vandal squad. Boom! I'm like, oh, shit. So I just hopped. Boom! Right there. I was almost on the bend. I don't even think they knew. I landed on that van, I slid down the side of it on the sidewalk, and I slid right under that shit, and I just went to sleep. I was like, shit, easy. You know, listen, you know. Yeah, I did that shit for about 2-3 hours. I actually saw the cop cars go away and everything. I come crawling out from under the van, I swear. Like 2-3 hours later, and then all of a sudden, and they pull up right to my boat. I start running against the other way. Down and I dipped under a goddamn dumpster. You know, like Larry Davis did, the cop killer dude? Yeah, but they caught me, man. I couldn't fit under the fucking thing. You know how close the dumpster is? Yo, you're talking like this pole is like this. It's like a fucking beer can or something. I was trying to squeeze up under that shit, and you know, they came running right up on me. I couldn't even get my head under the shit. I was trying to turn my head sideways. Like I was like running on my ah, for real. Yeah, I was like turning like yo, this shit. Like I couldn't even get my fucking head under that shit. Like yo, look at the dumpster, man, and picture me trying to squeeze under that shit. Yo, I was trying to disappear, but I'm telling you, I was a badass when it came to shit like that. I'm like a fucking mouse, man. If I fit my head in that motherfucker, the rest of me, I'll make that shit feel like if I got him, man. Hell yeah. Okay, I'll go to the hospital later on and get that shit fixed. But that shit is funny, yeah. They caught me. They knew. Yeah, they saw, like, I swear, I waited for like what seemed like an hour and a half, 2 hours. Under there, it was almost like I just smelling this car above me, this van, and I'm like, man, they ain't gone, man. Let me get the fuck out of here. I'm bugging out. I'm wasting time down here. I came out from under it, walked about maybe 4 or 5 parking spaces, and turned, because that's the corner. I started going up the corner, and they're coming down the wrong way. And I looked the other way, they're coming up the avenue under the elevated platform. Fuck! So I ran only across where they couldn't see where I went. I dipped under that goddamn dumpster, but I couldn't fit, man. And it was like, honestly, my head wouldn't even, like, say like this. Like, I couldn't get my head in there. And even if I couldn't bend my shoulders. And, like, yeah, they grabbed my ass. But they were like, God, they were kicking me and shit. They fucked me up. I don't know, they got me right in the balls. But, you know, my balls was right there. You know, like, that's the #1 spot. Balls and ribs. You know, that's when it was exposed. My hands were here trying to squeeze my head under the dumpster. So that you know you're going to catch a beating. It's just my balls was exposed and my ribs. So they went off on that shit. They kicked me a bunch of times. Yeah. Threw me in a car with Nash, you know. I remember that. Yeah. Sat through the Tombs Bronx house. Yeah, I went through the Bronx house up there. Bronx house. Criminal court. Got out a couple of days later. Yeah. I remember that. I was wiping my ass on a bun. They had bologna on it. Nash and they were like, oh, you're disgusting. I'm like, oh, what the fuck do you want me to do, man? They're like, use your sock. So I'm like, nah, man, I ain't eating this bun anyway, man. But yeah, funny shit. Yeah, Bronx house, of where they put you through the system 161st Street in the Yankee Stadium off the Grand Concourse. They got that little mini mall across the street. Yeah, that's where it was. Yeah. You know, before you go see a judge, it's like the Tombs that they got in Manhattan. Except this would be the Tombs in the road. Yeah. But what else can I say about Astoria, man? So yeah, them guys talked me into going up to the Sixes. Yeah. Nothing even happened, really. Yeah. You know, there's a time I actually fucked my leg up too. But no, that's another time I actually dove off the fucking thing. But that time, yeah, but it was on my record. Like when the police got me, like the first time I did the same thing, but I broke my leg. And they really didn't press, like I went to court and that was it. Like my mom had to talk about it because I was underage and shit. And my leg was broken. She was like, they broke my boy's leg, you know. She was with an Irish accent. Ah, be Jesus, they broke my boy's leg. You know, these brutal police officers and this and that. But the truth of the matter, I jumped off that shit. I landed wrong, man. Yeah, I landed on a car. I thought a little higher up. And yeah, I remember that shit, man. Fucking antenna almost took my eye out, man. No, you panic, you know, you got cops coming this way, you got them coming that way, the fucking doors on the train are opening up, you got a train coming, you're like, oh, jeez, you know, and you jump, man, what the fuck, yeah, I mean, I looked, I jumped, I figured if I'm gonna fucking jump, like, I can't go that way no more, I cannot go that way no more, I can't go that way, because they're there too, in the train is right there, and the only other option is over the side and down into the street. And even if I get to a pole, because I remember I'm running, I get to a pole, but I don't have enough time to get on it because they're too close to me. The minute I stop to get on it, they're going to grab me. That's how fucked up it was. You know? But yeah, so I remember that time too. That was another time. So I jumped off. I think I landed on a goddamn Cadillac or some shit like that. I broke my leg. And I blamed it on the cops. I said they threw me off the fucking thing. My mother's like, my poor kid, and this and that. You know, they're asking her, well, what the fuck is he, like 13? How old was I? Like 14 years old. Like, yeah, no, young. Nah, I was 15 because I was already writing RD. So, yeah, what the fuck is a 15-year-old kid doing? Jumping around, living in Manhattan, jumping around up fucking Bronx, right? On fucking trains, fucking on train tracks and shit, you know? So, you know, that kind of made sense and stuff. And I don't know about lawsuits and stuff, but you really didn't hear that word about law and suing and shit like that back then. I mean, you figure if I'm 15, right, I was born 68, 78, I'm 10, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 8, I'm 83, yeah, 1983, that's when I became RD. Yeah, in 1983, you don't hear much about lawsuits and shit. I mean, I don't even know how divorces work. Like all that shit now with prenups and shit, I don't know, I just, you know, I was 15 years old, I wasn't paying attention to people's divorces and shit like that, and celebrities, and I guess that part of how the world turned didn't appeal to me, but I'm assuming it's been there, right? Like people have gotten divorced and shit, right? Like Rock Hudson or something like that, you know? Sonny and Cher, right? I don't even think they were ever even married, I hear. Sonny and Cher, yeah, she was fucking around with everyone that one. It's like that damn Jada Pinkett. Yeah, Cher. You know, it's, I got you, babe. I got you, babe. Yeah. Sonny and Cher, they used to have a TV show. Also, the Osmonds, who remembers that? The Osmond family. The Osmonds. Donnie and Marie Osmond. Yeah. And they'd sing, I'm a little bit country, he's a little bit rock and roll. Yeah, who grew up on that shit, man, huh? You know, another funny thing, a lot of you people are telling me to eat healthy. You know, and I explain, I actually eat pretty healthy. I eat very healthy. I just would never go as far as to become a vegan. Now, believe me, I'm very scientific, like, in general, even in my work. So, I get it. And as you get older, especially like around my age, like when you're in your 50s, hitting mid-50s and stuff, it's actually advised to cut out on meats and cheeses and milks and shit like that and go more towards like a Mediterranean diet. Fish is okay, stuff like that. But the only reason I'm going to say this is because I would never ever become a vegan for the simple fact that I would never ever want to be called a fucking vegan. Like, that's like, nah, man. Yeah, them people, man. You sit down with them fucking people, you talk to them, hi, how are you? 3 fucking minutes later, they're telling you they're a vegan. They're trying to push that shit off on you and stuff like that. I'm not saying it's healthy or it's bad or it's good, but just for that one reason. Like the same reason I never watched Titanic. Like everyone's like, oh, you gotta see it. You know, it's just the rebellion in me. I'm like, no, I don't. I ain't gonna see that shit. I mean, I winded up watching it actually not too long ago, maybe about 6 years ago or something. But yeah, basic idea. And for some reason, if someone says, yo, you gotta do this, I'm like, no, I don't. Shit don't get done, you know. I'm like, nah, I'm cool, man. Yeah. But I mean, when it comes to artwork and stuff like that, that's a different story. I get caught up in it and I do shit like that. But yeah, I don't like doing that shit, man. Fuck out of here, become a vegan. Then look at me. I live in California. I eat avocados, nutmeg, and yogurt, dude. Yeah, fuck that, man. Just for that one reason, man. I don't want to be associated with them granola-eating motherfuckers, man. Bottom line. Yeah. Now, alright, so now what am I putting on? Okay, the picture of the RD that's actually in the layup of Astoria layup that I just got done explaining to you. And in the past podcast when I was talking about City Hall, I explained that. Fuck that, I'll do a whole car right there in Astoria. This is the layup I'm talking about. You'll actually see there's actually there's an RD whole car that's in that layup. And the windows are still painted silver from me. Silver and black. Yeah, the windows are actually still painted and everything. That means they didn't even scrape the windows up. So that means it's probably early on. That's probably right after I jumped off them sixes. Because that's the kind of shit I like. I like doing blockbusters. I like doing blockbusters and whole cars. And it's kind of like a blockbuster bubble letter. But that was my logo, my signia, my thing. That's what I did. That and tags on the insides. You see, originally I was going to make this video about tags because I have a picture of a tag. It's like, I don't know, it's big as fuck. And I'm standing. We'll talk about it next time. But yeah, it's cool. I also found a cool picture of a whole car, a different whole car I did. And there's a JJ, top and bottom next to it, which is cool. Very shitty picture. It's on a Bulldog. I don't know where it came from. Someone sent it to me. Obviously, we got chased because it's not finished. But yeah. I'll show you that one too. And it's one, I don't know, I can't really put it on. It's definitely done in Tishman. I tell you that much just because it's a Bulldog. And just from where it is, I mean, I could catch a Bulldog. I catch A's, I catch B's, D's, whatever. You know, they're all over the place. Like I said, I want to catch the A's. I go right under the goddamn Museum of Natural History. See, people don't think about shit like that. You know, I don't give a fuck. I'll go right in there. Yeah, they park the double A's right in there, especially in the winter. Fuck yeah, they got a plunger and everything. I'll go right there and do whatever the fuck I want, man. Yeah, see, I hit weird shit people don't really go to. Like, people rather hit yards and all these big, huge places and stuff like that where they're hot. Like, you got police all over the place. Me, I like to get the soft targets, but you get the same effect because it runs on the same exact line. You know, I mean, not like I'm a pussy or anything like that. It was just more logical to me. Not to mention, I could hop on my fucking bicycle, or I could walk from fucking where I lived and where I'm currently living now to there in about 20 minutes. Yeah, I could walk. What is it, like 80th Street, 81st Street? Yeah, it's like a mile and a half away. I could walk there 20 minutes or something like that, compared to most of the other places that are so far away. So that is another reason why I would go there and do something, you know, if I wanted to do A's or whatever. Yeah, I'd get crazy weird spots, like winter layups. Yeah, I'd hit shit like that. Pull in, pull outs, rush hour layups, like after the rush hour, they pull them in. That's normally what they would call a pull in and a pull out. I mean, they pull them in at about 10 o'clock. When the rush hour starts slowing down, all the kids are at school, the parents are at work, the trains are starting to die down a little bit. A little fucking threshold there. So they pull them into these tunnels. They leave them there for about 3 hours. Plenty of time if you're quick and witty. Yeah. Well, I'm not going to get into all this shit, but yo, keep hitting me with the questions, what you want to hear. A lot of you guys are coming up with some good shit, man, and I'm writing it down and I'm remembering it, okay? All right, people, take care of yourselves. Keep your eyes open. I believe I promised to put 2 pictures on, right? Both of them Astoria layup? No. Yeah, all right. I put the one whole car on. That'll come on first, and it'll actually be the thumbnail of this picture of this video. And the other picture after that, to top to bottom, it says 88, 88 in it. All right, and you'll see that was done there, and that's one right next to it. I don't have the picture. Is an OA. He did his with yellow fill-in with a green outline, and then right after that one, ripe did a big RP bubble letter, and he was pretty famous on the lines. RP, those bubble letters, I can't find a picture of it because he's kind of like incognito. I mean, he was around for a little while, but whatever, he's not around. And it's hard to find an actual RP bubble letter on the subway. If someone got one, send it to me, just so I can explain a little something about Right. I can't find any. You know, at least any around the period when I was doing them with them. Actually, there is, but there's a picture of him in front of it. I mean, he looks totally different now. The dude's like fucking, I don't know, he's very short and very fat now, but back then he was short and fit. You know, he looked like fucking Prince or something like that. Yeah. You know, the singer. But nowadays, yeah, no. Now it looks like Coke too. Yeah. Next time for that. So we're gonna put the picture top to bottom. Alright. And this one that I did there, it says RD, I think 357. The number 4 ever underneath the EVER, forever. And I almost did it forever, right? Shit, who would have fucking thought? I did more than forever than any other motherfucker out there. Hell yeah, I was going for forever. I wasn't supposed to get caught, man. I meant that shit. Forever. RD. Forever. Yeah. I'm gonna rock on, yo, believe me, man. You guys don't know how my fucking brain works, man. I was out there, man. I was going for that title, man. And then I fucked up, man. I was like, damn it, man. I started thinking about writing something else and this and that. I said, nah, man. Fuck that, man. If it ain't RD, it ain't real, man. You know? Yeah. Peace. Hey, what's up? You know, I noticed my paint rack. The last time I showed it didn't come out good. But tell me how cool is that, man? Look at that fucking paint rack. I got more paint. I got it under my bed there. Yeah, but he gave me all this shit, man. Just because he likes my shit on YouTube. Tell me how fly is that, man? Look at this shit. Huh? Fucking hey, look. I got the key here and everything, man. That's some badass shit, man. Like I said, I got more paint. It's just I was putting it up here and I don't want to lift too much at once and hurt myself, you know. Get a fucking hernia or nothing, you know. Getting old. Alright, you know. Peace. See it, right? Look, who that?